Chapter 7 Muse of the Ordinary. Make the ordinary come alive. The extraordinary will take care of itself. William Martin, The Parents Tao Te Ching. We can find poetry everywhere, if we know how to look and how to listen. Poetry lives in the simplest things, in the isness of an object, in the relationship between people and nature, in light and shadow, in the truth of our feelings. We can invite our muse to inspire us by calling forth poetry from ordinary sources that are part of our everyday lives, such as a dictionary entry, a to-do list, a letter, an event announcement, a horoscope, even a magic spell. Invitation. Refer to the ordinary sources below. Choose one you may not have considered poetic, like a horoscope or a to-do list, or even a dictionary entry. Perhaps you don't come in contact with a magic spell every day, but maybe it's time to try your hand at writing one. Just write. Write a poem in the form you choose, or take a poem you've already written and try adapting it into that form. Ordinary sources. A letter, a horoscope, a dictionary entry, a magic spell, a to-do list, an event announcement. Examples. My horoscope. Olivia, 14. The earth, without art, is just, Hello, guardian. Choose spirit, embrace passion, love, taste the arts within. Goodness gracious. Explore, splash, adventure. Feed the world with 1,000 words. Come as you are. Leave as you want to be. Stay gold. To-do list. Jade, 13. Paint the sky, sing to the stars, comb the grass, feed the flowers, tame the lions, weave a dress of spider silk, cut firewood for the sun, read stories to the children. Magic spell. Izzy, 18. Fang of wolf and ink of squid, mend my broken heart whole, like when I was a kid. Dew of moss and baleen of whale. The old story changes now into a bright new tale. Through darkness, through illness, I've grown strong and true. The one I've been looking for is me, not you. Pearl of shell and breath of ghost, I draw to my life what I love most. With heart of love and voice of song, friends now gather, and to each other we belong. Lower of sea and sky and earth, today is the beginning of my rebirth. Lover of quiet and dark and deep, I am a treasure for myself to keep. Blackouts. Working with words that are already there can bring out a whole new kind of poetry. Poetry magnets that stick to your refrigerator are great for this. Cutting words out of magazines or newspapers and piecing them together is another great way to call up new poems. With blackouts, we'll take a page from a book, circle the words we like, and use a marker to black out the parts we don't want. Leaving a poem in our wake for presents to give to my students one year. I bought a stack of old books at the thrift store on subjects I knew they'd like. Fantasy, animals, anatomy, sports, cooking, and, of course, literature. Their summer poetry homework was to take the book with them on vacation and make blackout poems throughout the entire book. Invitation. Get an old book or some pages from a magazine or newspaper. You'll need a pencil with an eraser and a thick black marker, like a Sharpie. Just write. Read through the pages and choose one with words that catches your eye. With a pencil, circle the words in the text that jump out at you. Then, using your Sharpie, black out all the other words so the remaining words you circle create a poem. The poem may not always make the kind of linear sense you're used to. Be open to experimenting and creating a new kind of poem when you have to stretch your mind to understand. Examples: by Jasmine, 16. Blackbird star, wringing her hands, twisted cloud like a night. Flipped open. Hello? She paused. Hello. By Esno, 15. His eyes opened, brave. He closed his eyes. A moment, something sweet, secret. By Noelle, 13. Child of water, not being one of them, feeling. Run fast, restless. Life. She opened the door. She opened her mouth. By Lena, 18. Pretty, deep breaths, her sorrows, secret, red dress, wine. They both went quiet. Recipe poems. You know the kind I mean. How to write a blues song. 4 cups of sorrow, 2 tablespoons regret, half cup of starry night, 1 ounce forgiveness, and a dash of passion. Mix all the ingredients until smooth. Bring to a boil, then simmer on stove for 7 hours. Cover and let cool. Pour over a bed of sweet sliced promises and garnish with chili pepper flakes. Serve in 1 big bowl with 2 spoons. Eat at midnight. Invitation. Think about all the elements that go into cooking your favorite meal. Consider ingredients, measurements, preparations, utensils. Do you boil, bake, saute, steam, roast, grill, stir, blend? How long do you cook the dish for, and at what temperature? How do you serve it? Just as you do with cooking. Get creative. Just right. Write a recipe for how to heal a broken heart, how to make a little brother invisible, how to make someone fall in love with you, and to create world peace or end human suffering. Anything is possible. Cook up a storm. Examples: how to make happiness. Leo, 13. 5 cups of sunshine, 4 cups of swimming, 3 cups of adventure novels, 2 cups of music, 1 cup of friend. Fry the sunshine and swimming together in a pan with butter. Grill the adventure novels until tender. Blend the music with ice. Toast the friends lightly. Mix all of these together until creamy. Put in a muffin tin and bake at 700 degrees for 2 days and 2 nights. When the smell makes your mouth water, take it out and sprinkle with snowflake frosting. Serve on a colorful plate. Piso cake. Mila, 11. Take your kindness and add 2 spoons of it and melt it all. Take your eggs and mash them up. Add a drizzle of understanding and a pinch of sugar. Throw in a cup of flour. Bake at 300 degrees. Take it out at midnight when your hope's in the most hopeful it will ever be. Take your enemy by the hand and help them take it out of the oven. Let it cool and grab a slice. As you eat the first bite, the internal war ends. Let the peace settle in. Secret weapon, 7 by 7. On good days, our writing comes pouring out of us, and we can't stop, and we don't want to. But other days, even though we want to write, we can't find our voice or our starting point. We can't find the way in. When I'm having trouble getting the poetry to flow, I use my secret weapon. I pull the 7th book off my bookshelf, open it to page 7, and write down the words from the 7th line. No matter how weird or out of context, I use these words as the first line of my poem to get me started, or as the last line that I build up to. You can create any structure you want for this. Invitation. Go to your bookshelf and choose the 7th book. Open it to page 7. Look at the 7th line of the page. Whatever it says, write it down. Use either the whole sentence or just a few words. Just write. Begin a poem using the line or a few of these words and see where it takes you. Limit the length of the poem to 7 lines. Try this as many times as you like. Parameters using your favorite number. Example, by way of the invisible, Jasmine, 18. By way of the invisible, I found the monarchs, hanging from the big tree, over the bridge like a million flower petals. Their fragile bodies fan the sky. Lyrical muse. As a singer-songwriter, I've learned to respect the mystical process involved in writing a song. Though I am fully present and pouring myself into a song that I'm writing, I'm also aware that there is something bigger than just me at play. Meet the muse in the music. Her name is Lyric. If you open to her and ask her for help, she will plant ideas in your brain, light a fire in your fingers, and stir emotions in your heart. Song lyrics are poetry. Within the magic of a song, the lyrics express thoughts and feelings, marrying them to the rhythm and melody. Music brings poetry to life. Invitation. Let's dip into this accessible form of poetry that we come in contact with every day in the music we listen to and love. Think about a song you like and choose your favorite line from the song. Your favorite might change tomorrow or next week, but for right now, choose a song and some lyric that speaks to you. Just write. Use the lyric as the first line of your poem. Try weaving it through your piece a couple of times, repeating it like the chorus of a song. Be willing to go anywhere this lyric takes you. Let the lyrical muse inspire you. Stay curious. Be ready for anything. Like any good muse, she may lead you on a wild adventure that takes you to somewhere wholly new. Example, the day I start living, Libby, 19. Today I lifted my head up high. I saw a blue sky with wings, following the sun with a sigh. This is the day I start living. The sky is laughing from its eyes. Its voice is a golden harp singing. Show me how to laugh and sing, I begged the great blue sky. Show me how to love again. This is the day I start living. Write a song with rhythm and rhyme. After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. Music is what feelings sound like. Aldous Huxley, Music at Night. I love this question. Can you imagine a world without music? The moment I try to imagine it, everything in the world collapses and implodes. I simply cannot imagine it. Can you? Music is life. I've been singing since before I could speak. Music is my mother tongue. It's how I express the feelings that are beyond words. For most of us, music is woven into the fabric of our lives. We have a soundtrack for the best and worst times. We turn to music to celebrate and to soothe. We respond to the rhythmic and melodic language of music with our bodies, hearts, and souls. Music is language before words. It is pure feeling. And in music we find ourselves belonging to ourselves and something bigger than ourselves. Rhythm and rhyme. Most songs follow a pattern of rhythm and rhyme. An easy pattern to start with is a folk song, a ballad, or the blues. They usually have 4 lines per verse and follow a rhythming pattern of AABB or ABAB, meaning either the first 2 and or last 2 lines of rhyme, or the first and third and or the second and fourth lines rhymes. Invitation. Choose a musical genre such as pop, folk, rock, blues, country, reggae, rap, hip-hop, and so forth. Choose a topic such as being love-struck, heartbreak, a social issue, a rant. Listen to your favorite songs and notice the issues they address. the rhythmic pattern they follow, how the melody expresses emotion. See if you can copy it, or try the AABB or ABAB pattern, or create your own. Just write. Write the song lyrics for any music genre you want. As you're writing the song, keep saying or singing it out loud, so you hear the rhythm pattern as you go. Stick with it. Believe in your song. Examples: Night Owl, Colette, 17. The song of summer and the silver stream, the light of the moon shining into my dream. The call of the night owl up in her tree. 3 times she asks, who could it be? I know in my heart she's calling to me, so I rise on dark wings and set myself free. Today, Rich, 16. Today the sky is full of gray, my heart is raining too. I'll reach inside the gun's golden head and pull out a sky of blue. Wild words. Wild words pop up like wildflowers where you least expect them. They sparkle in the corner of your eye or sing in the corner of your ear. You may pass one in a sign on the wall. You may find one jumping off the page of a book, or you may catch one in an overhead conversation. It can be a word or phrase that just pops into your head from out of the blue, wherever or whatever that is. There are words that grab your attention, words that jump in your pocket and want you to take them home with you. Perhaps it's a word you've never heard, an odd or funny phrase, or a word you just like the sound and taste of when you chew it in your mouth. Invitation. Gather 10 to 20 wild words or phrases. Sit with each one like a treasure of the last of the summer blackberries. Be sure to write these words down. Remember they are wild, and if you don't write them down, they will gallop off to the next adventure. Collect your wild words or phrases in a basket, a box, or jar over the course of a day or a week. Write the words on little slips of paper and slide them into your container. Let them marinate. Just write. When you have 10 to 20 wild words or phrases, take them out, one at a time, and start arranging them like stringing the beads of a necklace. Feel free to add any words you need to make your poem. Sometimes the best poems wander off the beaten path. Allow the wild words to stretch your imagination and take somewhere wild and new. Highlight your wild words by writing them in a different color or a different font. You can even glue them right onto your page like a collage. Example: Wild words. Kimberly, 19. I gathered raw cacao in a song of silence and put them in a frying pan with some butter. I needed to arrive 30 to 40 minutes before the performance, so I boarded my seaplane and piloted through the Silk Road. But suddenly I knew what I really needed. I needed to fuel my passion. I was knee-deep in eco-psychology, halfway through a mud mask that felt like broken glass, and almost out of vitamin-rich protein power. I can turn this plane around. I can head directly to my hometown of Monterey, wrap myself in above fair trade organic cotton pajamas, just in time to absorb the peace and colors of the sunset through osmosis. No longer does her private property sign deter me. In fact, can you believe she would say that? Or that I'd rather ever listen? Heck, I recycle and reuse. I am powerful. I carry my own atlas. My heart is my compass. I can fly.